Simple no-bake cheesecake, no sugar added, low in calories, high in protein, and of course, high in flavor. And this is the type of dessert that I can enjoy every day, guilt-free. Welcome back, everybody, and if this is your first time you see me, welcome. Here on this channel, I show you how I create day-to-day recipes, either create on my own or change regular recipes into lower calorie ones. This way I keep my weight in check without restricting any types of foods. Let's go over the ingredients, and the full list of ingredients for your convenience is located down below in the description of this video. So 2 cups of farmer's cheese. I'm using a low fat, that's 16 ounces, the whole container. That's 160 calories per 4 ounces, which is pretty good. 6 ounce or 3/4 of a cup of Greek yogurt, 5% one. 2 ounces or 1/4 of a cup of almond milk. You can use regular milk if you'd like. I like to use almond milk because it's way lower in calories than regular milk. And honestly, I really don't taste the difference in this type of recipe. Therefore, I choose to use almond milk, but feel free to use regular one if you don't have almond milk. 2 to 4 ounces or 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of sweetener. I am using monk fruit sweetener. I'm going to include link below in description so you can find it for yourself and adjust to your preferred sweetness. That's why I'm using 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, so you can decide where your sweetness is. It's better to add less and then adjust while you start mixing. You'll see in the video. 1 small package of sugar-free jello, strawberry jello preferably. 1 tablespoon of gelatin, that's 1 little packet of this type of nuts gelatin. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, cookies for the crust, and about 12 ounces of fresh strawberries. Prepare jello according to the box instructions, but use less water. So my package says that I need 1 cup of cold and 1 cup of hot water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use 1 cup of hot water, and I add 1/2 cup of cold water. So instead of 2 cups, we're gonna have 1 cup and a half, pretty much, yes, 1 cup and a half. Dissolve jello and set aside to cool. Wash the strawberries and remove the green top. Cut half of them in half and cut of them in smaller pieces. I just don't want to have big pieces inside of the cheesecake, so I prefer to cut them a little bit smaller when I put them inside. And divide them into so you know which one is which one. I'm going to use a spring form pan. It's 6.5 inch in diameter, with a removable bottom for the cheesecake. If you don't have this type of pan, and I'm gonna include a link below so you can buy one, or use any type of pan or a dish that you have. This is gonna be done in the refrigerator, so any type of even glass dish will do. Line the bottom with parchment paper and lock it in. So I'm gonna use these type of cookies for the crust, but any type of cookies will do. You can even use, I have here Biscoff cookies. You can use graham crackers as well. Any cookie that you pretty much like, or if you don't want any crust, you don't need the crust either. Grind them in a food processor. Spread evenly on the bottom of the spring form pan and lightly press so it can stick to the bottom. In the meantime, boil the milk. Take it off the heat and add gelatin. Stir to dissolve. Make sure you don't let it stand too long and it cools, because it's going to start thickening up very quickly. So you want to make sure that this step is very close to the next step. Let's prepare the cheese. Farmer's cheese is a sort of grainy cheese. To make it smooth, I will grind it in a food processor to a smooth consistency. This is by far most protein-dense cheese that I can find. If you found a better one, leave a comment below and let me know which one. You can also use ricotta cheese. It's a similar consistency, but it's going to be a little bit more runny, and also it's not going to have as many protein as this one. And ricotta is also a little bit higher in calories as well. Add yogurt, monk fruit sweetener, and combine. I am not using the non-fat yogurt here because the non-fat is much sourer, much tartar than the 5% one, and since I'm using farmer's cheese that it's a bit on the sour side, I don't want to have very, very sour cheesecake. But if you do like the sour, the tart flavors, go ahead and experiment and leave a comment below. Let me know how it turns out. I'm curious. You will be saving even more calories and adding a bit extra protein this way. This would be a good time to taste the butter for sweetness. Add more if needed. To a warm milk, not hot, just warm, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of the cheese mix at a time and stir. Repeat the steps until all ingredients are incorporated. Add half of the strawberry halves, or pieces, it's better to say, into the cheesecake batter and fold them in. Spread it over the cookie crumble and place it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. It should be enough time for the jello to cool down as well. We cooling down the jello outside. After 30 minutes, remove the cheesecake from the fridge. Place the rest of the strawberries on top. And carefully, tablespoon after a tablespoon, pour the jello on top. Place in the fridge for the cheesecake to set completely. That could take at least 2 hours to up to 4 hours. You can also store it overnight. Oh man, look at that. It actually came out right. So we assessed already the look of it, and I'm definitely impressed. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Now we gotta taste it and see if it tastes as good as it looks. Oh, and it does. It is so good. I used 1/3 of a cup of the sweetener, and it's not very sweet. I like it this way, but that's a warning for you. If you like things sweeter, on a sweeter side, you at least have to use 1/2 cup of that sweetener, or sugar if you like. It is so creamy. That cottage cheese, not cottage cheese, farmer's cheese. I mean, it's so creamy. You can have such a decadent dessert and not break your calorie budget. This one is a winner. And remember, you don't have to give up your favorite foods to lose your weight and keep it off. Small changes, big results. If you're looking for more recipes like this one, or looking for more ideas, make sure you watch these 2 videos, and I will see you on the next one.